Alright, hello people. Today I'm gonna be starting off a new series about techniques with modeling. There's my friend's Valkyrie, a new player starting out with Imperial Guard, and someone got him a Valkyrie for his birthday, so he asked me to build it. It's quite a complicated model, really fun to build, really quite challenging. But it was fun. It was really fun. Had a really good time building it. So anyway, today, yeah, as I said, painting techniques. So here I have he's not finished yet, but he's a pain boy, an orc pain boy, which is, if to all you who don't play orcs in 40k, they're doctors more or less, and I made him myself from some green stuff, bits of sprue, and a few bits from like different kits, different models. Like that syringe gun was basically one thick sprue in the middle, and those little lines that go across it, they're just mini sprues. And a lot of green stuff, like the cloth around the mouth was green stuff, and the rubber tube here was green stuff. So anyway, so today I'm going to talk about highlighting. Highlighting is it's a simple procedure. Basically what it is, and this is a term you'll hear a lot, it's picking out the raised areas. Now, I haven't done any highlighting yet, so I'm just going to show you how to do that. So I'm just going to mix up my fine highlighting color. That's a 50-50 ratio of bleached bone and goblin green. Okay, so I've mixed up my paint on my makeshift palette here, and you're just going to want a fine detail brush. It's quite a small one, and this is only going to be quite a fine highlight. So hold on, just try to focus the camera. Okay, focus. Okay. Now, if you can see, I'm just going to pick out the very raised areas. Like, if you can see, like, the tendons in the arm, all that, that's really good for highlighting. And here, on the muscles. Orcs are absolutely great for highlighting. The detail in the muscle is just incredible. Now, what I like to do with orcs is, a lot of people like to paint their orcs dark. I actually like them like a bright color, otherwise they just look, I don't know, they don't look good. Anyway, so I like to have the ears of orcs lighter towards the top, because it seems like it looks pretty realistic, and it seems like something that would happen. So yeah, as you can see, the face particularly has lots of stretched skin, which is where you get the lighter skin colors. If you look at your body, where the skin is stretched and you've got like more muscle or fat bulging underneath, you'll have a lighter color of skin. So I'll just finish highlighting that. Okay, so I finished highlighting all of that. Some areas that would be picked out with this highlight would be tips of the fingers. They would be a light color, and orcs' hands are quite detailed. As you can see, you've got these ridges running back from the fingers. Those would also probably be light colored, and all of the tendons and veins bulging out. So this arm is actually connected straight to a bionic part, and it's kind of like, it's pretty disgusting skin, all stretched and bubbly. So I'm going to give it a third highlight. That was the second. I actually highlighted it with goblin green before, but I'm going to give it a third highlight of just bleached bone, and this is going to be extremely sparse and just on the tips of this arm, because you get a sickly, nasty color, I presume. Alright, and so there's the arm, and I actually didn't highlight it with a straight bleached bone because that is just way too bright and it just really looks out of place and terrible. So, and remember that if ever you get a highlight that is too pronounced, if you know what I mean, like bleached bone on top of goblin green, as I just did, if you just wash that with Thraka green, you'll get, well, I mean, if you're playing orcs, Thraka green, or if you're playing a human team, whatever skin color wash you have, then it'll just bring it all back to muted tones and all like kind of equalize it. So here's another example of like a bionic arm. So I didn't highlight too much, but as you can, whoops, sorry, lost focus there. If you can see, there's a little vein sticking out. Oh. So that's like a blue and goblin green mixed, so that like you can kind of see the color of the vein, but you can also, it's also just stretched skin. That's another bionic work. Okay, so subscribe, rate, comment, request, whatever, and stay tuned for more painting tips and techniques.